From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Braden Neville.
On today's episode, I sit down with the newest Ticats linebacker, Jordan Williams, to discuss becoming a Ticat, the trade, and much, much more. I also discuss some of the Ticats' latest signings, and the long snapper himself, Gordon White, takes over the Ticats socials. It's Wednesday, January 31st, 2024, and you're listening to Ticats Today. Great to be back with you all here on Ticats Today. A big thanks to RJ Broadhead for doing an excellent job, as always, the voice of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Wouldn't have expected anything less, and here we are, the final day of January, just a couple short weeks away from free agency, and the Ticats have been doing some serious work, signing guys, and making a huge trade, and we'll get right into that big trade. The Ticats acquiring the 2020 first overall pick and the 2021 Most Outstanding Rookie Award winner, Jordan Williams, along with Toronto's 7th overall pick in this year's draft, their second round pick, 4th round pick also in this year's draft, and finally a conditional 5th round pick in 2025. All that in exchange for the Ticats' 5th overall pick in the 2024 draft, the 24th overall pick, the 25th overall pick, a 2025 conditional 3rd round pick, and the negotiation rights to American wide receiver Deontay Burnett. So a lot to unpack here. The Ticats certainly getting the biggest piece in this trade, acquiring Jordan Williams, who has had a solid CFL career so far, breaking the rookie record in tackles back in 2021 with 92, followed that up with another 89 tackles in 2022, and had a bit of a decline on a stacked Argonauts defense last year with 48 tackles, but this is a guy who's had a monster start to his CFL career. He's a national player. His mother is Canadian, hence why he went first overall in the draft in 2020. At a pretty good price. They're swapping a few picks. They're really only going up 2 spots in that first round. So it's nothing too crazy to pay for a guy who's done what Jordan Williams has been able to do. GM Ed Hervey is the guy who drafted him during his time in BC. And clearly he likes what he's seen from him over the years because it's his first trade as the GM of the Ticats, and he brings over a former draft pick to Hamilton. Today I sat down with Williams to discuss becoming a Ticat and more.
It feels great. I can't wait to go out here, perform for the fans and the hardworking blue-collar people in the city.
And what can you say about your time playing in front of these fans as the opposition and the fan base and the passion that you see here in Hamilton?
I know one thing, these fans will heckle you, and it's good to be on this side of the table now. Yeah.
Ed Hervey's the guy who acquired you, a guy who drafted you back in BC. What's that relationship been like with him and in conversations with him to join the Ticats this year?
It's awesome to reconnect with Ed Hervey because when I first got drafted, that's the first voice I've heard. And he trusted me through the process, even taking a year off of football. And for him to bring me back in Hamilton speaks to his trust for me and his character.
In your first year in the CFL, you were able to win Most Outstanding Rookie. You broke the rookie record for tackles. You came into the league with a bang, and you've continued to put up big numbers throughout your career in the CFL. What is it about the CFL game that you feel translates well for you in your game?
In the CFL, you know, the field is wider, so you get to take advantage of people being nimble on their feet. You could be a little bit smaller, you get away with that, and just speed, overall speed. You're going to have to be faster at the receiver position. You're going to be faster at the DB position and at linebacker as well, and I feel like those are to my strengths and my skill set.
Now, to those Ticats fans who haven't seen you play or aren't familiar with your game, how would you best describe yourself as a player? I'm
tenacious, vicious. I'm always going after the ball, ready to create turnovers, wreak havoc on opposing offenses, and having fun out there.
There's going to be a new head coach in Hamilton for next season, Scott Milanovich. What have you heard about him and what he's been able to do in the league, and what have those conversations been like with him early on?
I've heard he's a smart man, very smart, gets things going, team culture guy. And I talked to him. He's a good person. He's a family-oriented guy, and just can't wait to get started here.
This fan base prides itself on how good its defense is. Is that something you're excited for, to play in front of a fan base that cares so much about how this defense looks?
Absolutely. You know, in that all-black, when everybody's swarming, I can't wait for that. It's going to be beautiful, and I just can't wait.
Another ex-teammate of yours, James Butler, has been able to come here and make a huge impact on the offense. Is that a guy you've kept in contact with or had discussions with since moving over here to Hamilton?
Absolutely. Me and JV always go back and forth. We talk to each other after every game. That's my day one. I love JV. I wish he was here too. We'll be living it up right now, but he's back at home, and I can't wait for him to get back in the Hammer.
What have you've played here in Hamilton before as a member of the opposition, but what is it about this city that excites you?
Like I said before, blue collar, hard worker, that's where I came from. That's my background. That's my family's background. We came to this country from the ground up, and that's how everybody in this town is. So I love that.
One final question before we go, but there's a goal here for next year. Everyone in Hamilton wants to see a Grey Cup, we know that, but for yourself, what's your goals for yourself?
It's really team-oriented. Getting my first Grey Cup, that's team-oriented, so it's going to take more than one person than myself. It's going to take a whole team, a whole staff, even operations and things of that nature. So getting the Grey Cup is something that I'm looking forward to getting.
Well, Jordan, we're looking forward to seeing you at training camp in May and seeing what you can do here for the Hamilton Tiger-Cats. So welcome to the organization, man.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
That was the newest Hamilton Tiger-Cat, Jordan Williams, and it was great to get to sit down with him, get to meet him today, and we sat down in the Ticats locker room. We had a good chat, and for that full video, you can check it out on the Ticats YouTube channel. The Ticats did announce a few other signings this week. Quarterback Kevin Thompson, who had spent some time with the BC Lions in 2020, 2021, and one of those guys who can scramble out of the pocket. He can run the ball as well as throw the ball. You look at his college numbers, he got it a lot done on the ground as well as through the air. He spent some time, like I said, with BC, and unfortunately, injury has ended that, but he could be a potential Kai Loxley, almost Antonio Pipkin kind of guy where, that short yardage situation kind of player, or maybe even a guy who knows, breaks out like a Dustin Crum. But that's an interesting signing. They also signed two defensive linemen, Adam Plant Jr., who spent time with the Raiders, and Kelly Sanders, who had a stint with the Baltimore Ravens. And the final player they added, linebacker Jimmy Phillips Jr., he spent time with the Packers this year. So some more faces that we will see come May in training camp getting added to the roster. One final thing before we go, friend of the show, Gordon White, Gordo, one of the many characters on this Ticats team, has taken over the Ticats socials today. So be sure to check it out. What's Gordo up to? I don't know. You'll have to go on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, see what he's doing. We know he likes to rack up those Warzone wins, so maybe he's playing a little Call of Duty. We know he likes to hit the gym. Who knows? The long snapper, he's quite the guy. So make sure to go check out and see what Gordon White is up to on the Ticats social channels. That's all the time for me today. I want to thank you for listening to Ticats Today.